Hello guys, welcome to my review of Alien Earth, episode 7. So this is the penultimate episode, and at least I can say things happen in this episode. Just, I wouldn't say perfectly, yeah, but at least things actually happened. So I guess he's still trying to get the facehugger out of the location. Then I guess his friend finally ends up helping him, even though he's kind of forced, really. Otherwise, I guess things you could say could have been worse. Then end up revealing that this whole time the guy from Santa Clarita Day is actually maybe I thought he was an inside man, unless he really wanted things to go out of hand so he could like get a new specimen or something. I don't fully understand his goals, but whatever. And then Wendy finds out about what happened to the guy in the previous episode with the flight destroying another android, saying it's an accident, and they don't want the information coming out. But they don't really do enough to stop Wendy. I mean, they let her fully get out of the facility, and it isn't until she gets out where they actually send like a whole army. And it's just funny that finally, because most of the show we don't even get to see other people that obviously should have been around anyway, and I guess some of it's kind of staged anyway. And that's why you don't normally see a lot of people. And you know, they're still trying to escape, but she wants to bring some of them. Wendy wants to bring some of them. Like, she decides to leave, the crazy one, but the other one stays. And the others, they're kind of doing their own thing, I guess. And yeah, he just basically lets them go. So I was thinking like, wait, is he an inside man this whole time, or is he trying to let something happen so he can get another specimen? Yeah, but I was thinking of the inside man thing until like, I guess near the end of the episode with what happens when Momo comes to collect. And then the brother goes back to where his sister's buried. Yeah. But you know, he still keeps moving. And I just wonder what Wendy thinks about her real self. It seems like she just tries to view herself as the real self anyway, but just as an android. Yeah. Because think about it, like, say if they kept the brain and then just put it in like an android, would it still be the same person? Yeah. I mean, she might have the memories, but could you still say it's the same person? Yeah. But yeah, basically, the facehugger rips off, so it makes me think, wait, he's actually still alive? But as we've seen in like flipping the first Alien film with John Hurt, it literally rips out of him. So yeah, like they was thinking like, oh yeah, he's gonna be fine. We just need to take him to like the beach, and he starts to remember what happened and stuff, and just realizes they're lying.
You gotta keep on lying.
Yeah. But then it just ends up not going well. It just flipping rips out of him, you know, and gets away. So he's basically dead. And then this android goes to have some comfort after the others left. And I was thinking she was gonna snitch or something, but I guess they already knew what was going on. I feel like I should just mute this man, cause bro. And then Moa comes, but you know, the guy's dead, so he's thinking like, oh man, I've screwed up so much, my family's so dead, if you can even count as that being his family anyway. But yeah, they go to look for the specimen that escaped at the same time as xenomorphs on the loose, so Wendy could escape. So she basically frees a xenomorph. So I guess I was kind of right with that, with how Wendy's gonna free a xenomorph so she can escape and stuff. And she really only tries to escape with like one of the androids. I mean, those two are doing their own thing really. And the other one doesn't really stay. She goes with the mother, and he ends up communicating with the sheep, which he can tell it has a high intelligence. I thought this whole time he wanted to have more of a connection with Wendy, but you know, Wendy's not really someone that fully trusts him, I guess, and wants to talk to him in that kind of way, and have that kind of conversation where he's getting more of that from something that just more cares about killing, but it is intelligent with how it flipping communicates with him. Yeah. And he wants to get like a human, or I feel like he could end up using an android, but probably a human anyway, to take its host and, you know, have an actual conversation with it, which I just don't know if we'll get to see that in the last episode, which it kind of sucks to say it's the last episode when things are finally getting interesting. We finally get to see this environment and something actually happen, because I always wanted to see like a xenomorph in like a jungle area. So think of predators where it's in a jungle, but instead of a predator, it's a xenomorph. Like, that's something I finally get to see, which is so cool when they get surrounded. and then the xenomorph just kills them all, which is so awesome. And then she's able to communicate with it. So yeah, and they end up getting to like a ship. So it's like they're going to escape, and then Mo gets captured. Like, I don't know if that was his plan the whole time to capture Mo and stuff. So was this his master plan? Sacrifice someone to be able to, and let it out, kind of little outbreak happen so he could capture Momo and his squad. I guess we'll see in the last episode where that goes. And they get to the ship, but it's already surrounded, so you could say this is their plan the whole time, but for how out of hand things nearly get. Yeah. And how she just flips out after her little doll gets thrown in the water and just brutally kills someone. Yeah. And then she's about to kill one of her brother's friends, and then that's when he decides to shoot her, since he doesn't want her to die. And then Randy just gets so pissed. And that's kind of how they end the episode. So at this point, yeah, Hermit's kind of messed up because Wendy's not gonna trust him now. Yeah, no matter what happens next, she's just not gonna want to be with him now. When he was only gonna possibly escape, but since there were so many of them, I mean, he didn't want someone that he actually knows and is actually fully real to die. So I understand why he made that choice to shoot the crazy girl. And I just don't feel like they could have kept her around anyway. Like, she was crazy. So yeah, I feel like he made the right choice, but it's not really the right choice if he wants that. If he's here for literally Randy, and now she's not gonna want to go with him after what he just did. Even if they got captured, they could have tried to escape again, but he's probably not going to be able to be around her anyway. And everyone's just basically captured at this point, so I'm not even sure what else could happen unless, because you see the xenomorph hiding, so it could still do something, like maybe it sneaks back in and just frees Wendy, because maybe it feels like it has a connection with Wendy now, and it could help her escape. But say if Hermit wants to still leave with Randy, it's probably not going to happen, and if she does decide to leave, she'll probably leave with the xenomorph or something. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking will happen now. And I don't know what the rest of the androids will end up doing when things get out of hand. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. A way better episode than episode 6. So let's go through the episodes again. It's episode 1 and 2. I think I gave both 10 out of 10. Episode 3 was a weaker episode, and 4, and I think 5 was the best episode. 6, another weak episode, and then 7's a very good episode. But I mean, it's just the kid androids, man. They're just so stupid. I mean, they're supposed to be stupid, but it's what kind of puts the points down a bit. And I think things was starting to link together, like why certain things were happening, but it still comes off as stupid to me, like a bit dumb. But yeah, it's still basically a better episode. But yeah, other than that, that's really all I got to say. Let me know what you thought. One episode left. I guess we'll see my final thoughts after that last episode next week. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.